What the hell is that? You're so subtle.
What do you think? It couldn't even be a subtle color. Jonathan Ward is no stranger to the six-figure 4x4 build.
Odd mechanical creatures. That's a clever name. 4x4 squared. We don't go as blingy as this, though. I'm just going to say that right now.
A little more subtle,
a little more under the radar.
Pretty sophisticated.
But it's cool you brought it by. This would be a trip. So, what can you tell me? I mean, is it full production spec? They're doing low volume.
It's a good question.
I think it's what, Europe and Mideast delivery in Asia.
That's right. Yeah.
But not us.
Not us so far.
Okay.
If people watch this video and decide there's going to be some demand for it, I'm sure Mercedes will bring it here. Because underneath, it looks like a standard G-Wagon chassis.
Yeah, it looks like the usual homologated stuff.
Yeah. Well, I guess the first thing that you notice is the portal axles, isn't it?
Portals are kind of hard to miss on it. Big burly ass burr fields, which they better be if you're going to be running portals. That's the thing with portals. Everyone's like, oh, my ground clearances, but you have zero up travel. I mean, look right here, they've got what, 3.5, maybe 4 inches of up travel max on the front.
Before you start getting into stuff.
Rear looks like it's got more, actually, surprisingly more, maybe 6 inches. Well, no, your pumpkin dead center travel's limited.
Yeah.
But yeah, you always ruin, you lose all that up travel.
Yeah.
But people dig them.
People dig them.
Like Henry Ford said, there's an ass for every seat. And I suppose there'll be more asses than there will be seats for this monster.
This motor, I know a little bit about it. It's a 4-liter V8 with 2 turbochargers. And the turbos are both inside the V. So it's a hot V.
Fun till you have to maintain it.
Fun till you have to maintain it.
But again, you don't buy a car like this thinking 5 years down the road.
So it's good for 415 horsepower, 450 foot-pounds.
Well, this is a great detail. Using floating flanges.
Yeah.
So that'll have a donut-style wafer with fluted seams that the 2 pipes will have where it mates. And then these float out. So it makes for a much more robust connection that lasts a lot longer. Versus most modern cars don't bother with that anymore.
I mean, even just the mounting hardware, pretty.
You can tell a lot of it's just laser cut, one-off stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't bother tooling up. So yeah, if they got plans for this beast, I bet you it's real 50 or less. Yeah, super short run. I can only imagine how many hours some poor dude sat rewriting code to make this thing comply with these axles.
Because it's doing it. It's absolutely doing it. Yeah,
you guy, if you're out there, that hidden guy hiding somewhere doing double encrypted CAN bus for Mercedes on freak projects, please reach out to me. I got some side jobs for you. We want to stuff the new 63 series Benz wagon into a 59 300D Autonauer. We'll need a little backdoor CAN bus help, buddy. So reach out. You know, look, at the end of the day, a vehicle like this is an opinion. What I admire about Mercedes and Jaguar and very few modern makers is them having the balls to do something like this, to say, look, this expresses an opinion. Now, it might not be your opinion, it may not be his opinion, and it may only make sense to very few people. But to me, part of the charm is that it's differentiating and it's unique. And again, kudos to them for still maintaining that. Because reality is, all these modern car companies take all the logos off of everything, and they're all pretty much going to look the same because they're all coming out of the same focus groups and caution of shareholder protection and all that nonsense of big business. So I think it's great that stuff like this is even still happening, you know?
Yeah. If you ask people what they want, it's going to be something inexpensive and safe first. And this is neither.
Oh no, it's much more fun to build something by not ever asking people what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, look what, hey. I mean, I think-
Some people make whole careers out of that.
Exactly, what do you know? Some people bail on legitimate careers to make a company out of doing that. Well, let's take it out for a drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, kill it.
I do like that you can forsake all of the crazy bullshit, the bright green paint, which I think, by the way, is like a $12,000 or $14,000 option. So it's an option worth more.
You'd have to give me a $14K discount to order it in this car.
I mean, it's an option that's more than any car that I own. It makes a nice little noise.
Yeah, they're always good on their exhaust note, for sure. Always have a good little growl going on. Well, you know, it still has good go, but you definitely are feeling the weight difference of these portals. You feel that?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's really holding it back.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets the job done, does what you need it to do.
But it is a big, meaty haunch of unsprung weight.
Yeah.
Right there at the end of every
And that, at the end of the day, is really what you're dealing with. Is the challenge is when you have this much unsprung weight, and I personally have a lot of unsprung weight in my vehicles, most all are 4x. All you're going to be limited to at the end of the day with all your sorcery is going to be the ratio of sprung weight versus unsprung weight. That's just kind of is what it is. So within those confines, I think, you know, the ride's totally acceptable. It's got a little bit of backboard, but I don't think it has any more than a G63 or 55 or production one has.
No, it definitely doesn't. And you know what you get out of that capability, that fording depth is like 1,000 millimeters or something like that.
Yeah, all those computers, are they all water sealed and triple sealed connectors? That could
I'll
get
tell you what, I'm never going to find out. And I suspect most of these things.
You guys can do all sorts of rude things to cars that us pedestrian folk cannot do. You should take this out to Castaic and see how far down you can go.
See exactly how many. Yeah, that's a super good idea.
Tape measure and say, look, here's the PDF you guys said. You know, I can do this many centimeters. You're covered.
So what do you think?
What do I think? Not for me, but I think you kind of knew that coming here.
We
right?
wouldn't have brought it here if it was for you. Look, pull in here.
Right.
Show us what's for you.
Oh,
because right up here we got what's going to happen. We got the future.
So this is all vintage Land Cruisers and Ford Broncos that are in line for their thing. These are all icon projects, derelicts and reformers we call them. So we'll keep the patina and the funk of these old cars, and then we'll reimagine them with modern chassis and drivability and all that. So yes, I'm more an old school guy.
Yeah, you're an old school guy.
Be it in my utilitarian rides or be it in our classic resto mod thing. To me, there's so much tech in this that it makes the vehicle not viable outside of a lease cycle. But again, the fact that they can build such a freak that can exhibit such personality and capability in these modern times of cookie cutter, copycat, everyone's vehicle looks and does the same damn thing. Kudos to Mercedes. It's a killer project.